In Germany, an initiative to teach school children about sexual minorities has provoked an outcry from some parents. They only want their kids taught traditional values and say it's all too much too soon. RT's Lucy Kaufmann explains.
Rarely has a curriculum caused this much of a stir. In southern Germany, a fight is brewing over a proposal to teach about sexual minorities in schools. The initiative won't go into effect until next year. The goal is to teach students to be tolerant of different lifestyles and relationships. According to Germany's largest family planning and sexual education nonprofit, understanding and accepting differences is what it's all about.
The world is colorful, and that's how it should be presented to a child. After all, some classes have students with different sexual orientations, who'd be excluded if only the heterosexual model is taught. That's why a teacher has to explain that while most people live in heterosexual partnerships, there are some boys and girls who are attracted to the same sex.
But in the conservative state of Baden-Württemberg, that's a message some families don't want their children to hear.
We feel that school is engaged into indoctrination of our children to the values that we disagree with, and we have no way to avoid such indoctrination.
The Froms and other families are fighting to keep the curriculum from going into force. No one knows exactly what will be taught or at what age. That's because the education plan has yet to be finalized. But that hasn't stopped the families, along with more than 190,000 people, from signing an online petition in protest.
I'm worrying that it's too early to introduce my children to such a subject. It's still a very sensitive age, and I want at least first to teach them traditional family values.
Germany isn't shy when it comes to teaching about the birds and the bees. Sexual education is mandatory for students aged 8 and up, and skipping class because of religious objections isn't an option.
A family can't live a secluded life. After all, children communicate with other children at school. I can assure any conservative family that sexual feelings develop as a child grows, no matter the family's beliefs. And this is when a child needs someone to talk to.
But some German classrooms have made headlines for going too far and too soon. This sex education book was given to first graders in Berlin, provoking an uproar over the graphic images. It was later replaced with a more toned-down version.
Schools should stick to its main function, to teach children math, history, literature, and so on. Children don't grow up at the same place, and only parents will know when it is the right time to introduce their child to this topic.
When it comes to the sexual education of children, emotions understandably run high. Different families may disagree on what values to teach their kids and at what age. The level of controversy surrounding this issue is a sign that consensus won't be easy. Yet despite that, the planned curriculum isn't likely to change. Reporting in Berlin for RT, I'm Lucy Kaufmann.